Well, a multibagger stock is often not defined correctly. Some people think that they will buy a stock at 100, it will go very quickly to 150, and that 50% gain in a short span of time makes it a multibagger. That actually is not the classic definition of a multibagger. A multibagger stock is one which multiplies its value several times over a period of time. If you buy a stock at 100 rupees and that stock goes up to 800 rupees over the period of 6-7 years, it has multiplied 8 times its original price, making it a multibagger. That is the classic definition. Is it an easy thing to pick a multibagger stock? Not at all. So the first thing to understand is that you should not try and play for very short-term gains. One always keeps on hearing stories of how a stock went up 50% in 3 days. That sometimes happens, but mostly it does not. The more important lesson in investing is to think about the power of compounding. Here is an example. If a stock multiplies its earnings growth by 25% every year, basically a stock X keeps growing its earnings by 25% year after year after year, then its profits will be 10 times its profit in the year 1 after 10 years. So if the profit of a company was 100 rupees and it keeps on growing at 25% every year, then in year 10 the profit will be 1,000 rupees, and there is no reason to believe that that stock will also not have gone up 10 times when its profit goes up 10 times, because stock prices usually follow the trajectory of earnings. Actually, if a company grows its profits at 25% over 10 years, chances are that the other variable which affects stock prices, which is the PE multiple, will actually also expand, and your 10 times growth in earnings might actually lead to a 12 or 15 times growth in the stock price, making it an even bigger multibagger. So the thing to keep in mind is not to think of excitement that suddenly over a 4-day period a stock price will multiply and you can tell your friends at parties that you bought a multibagger. The thing is to try and identify companies which are steadily growing their earnings at 25% plus, and in doing that are maintaining a very high and healthy return on capital employed. Because the moment a company's return ratios, return on equity or return on capital employed, is higher than its cost of capital, the cost at which it borrows money, the chances are that it's creating a lot of wealth. So 2 things to keep in mind: healthy profit growth in excess of 20% plus annually, and a good ROCE or a good return on equity, preferably above 18 to 20%. If you have both over a sustainable period of time, you have the makings of a multibagger stock on your hands.